Hey guys, I am DM Zone. This is Gamers Oasis. Let's get into it. Okay, so the entrepreneur, the entropian player, YouTuber, house flipper, and pawn store worker, StevieB, has returned to form of old, shall we say, as it seems. Whether you agree with what he says or whether it's something you don't agree with, there are some points in what he has just said in one of his last videos, depending on when this video comes out, that are true to some degree. There's no clear truth and there's no clear false. And I wanted to go into this in greater detail. So real quick, a disclaimer. I do not agree with the majority of what StevieB is saying in this video, and I will go over what exactly that is near the end to some degree. So I'm going to paraphrase this video and parse it down to just a couple points. If you want to watch the entirety of the video, there'll be a card and you can go ahead over here and watch the video itself. According to StevieB, Entropia Universe is a raffle. That is partially based on skill and partially based on RNG. I do agree with that, but I would swap out the word skill with a word and a phrase. The word is knowledge and the phrase is the discipline to use it. You have to have the knowledge and the discipline to use that knowledge and to maintain the course for this game to be what you're trying to make it. Other than that, you are basically entering into the raffle. You're being treated just like every foolish person who does card tricks or does carnival games or drops a quarter into a slot machine to see what happens. You might win in that case, but probably not. I would say it's closer to a slot machine than a carny game. And the reason why I say that is by law, they're not allowed to rig slot machines. I'm not saying that carny games are rigged or that MindArk has rigged it. What I'm saying is that by law, they're not allowed to. So I would say it's closer probably to a slot machine. This game for sure, though, is an impulse-based game. The impulse are drivers in every part of this game. You went mining, you hit a global, you have to replace your thing. If you had an amp, that global would have been bigger. You've been looking for a upgrade to your gun, and oh my gosh, there's a gun that is really cool, but you have to deposit $20 to get it. You get the idea. This game is an impulse game that is driven to get sales from those who deposit. And those who do not deposit are mostly dead to MindArk. The only value that a non-depositing player has to MindArk is it creates a fuller environment. It makes it look like a more successful game. It allows them to prop it up and say, hey, look, we're not a paid service for pay to win. You have the free-to-play model or the non-depositing player model. Look at these players. They're all having fun. So it gives them +1 player on the server. I would also agree that MindArk knows exactly what they're doing, that they are pulling the levers on purpose so that they can cause these impulses to get people to deposit money. Sometimes it is smooth and seamless and you don't feel it, and that'd be like a mayhem where people are happy to do this. And then sometimes it's a little obvious and a little bulky and it comes off wrong. I'll point to a mini mayhem that we all know and love, I guess you could say, if that's the right word. So in a way, thank you, StevieB, for pointing out what MindArk is doing and calling them out on this. This is a service that can't be overlooked. They need to be called out when they are being obvious and when they're being too much. If no one ever says anything and there are a bunch of people in chat going true, like some live streamers, I think that they're going to get a worse game. But that said, StevieB also knows what he's doing. What he's doing near the end, and this is the negative part that I don't necessarily agree with, is a bit like a GDKP raid event where everyone's putting things up and you have people bidding against each other and the truth really isn't there and what you're going to get's not fully clear. I don't understand how giving StevieB Unreal tokens is going to hurt MindArk. It just sounds like it's going to help StevieB. Are you going to prevent a person from going to go spend money to go get Unreal tokens? That is very, very unlikely to stop a deposit from that happening because you bought the last item. Now, if StevieB was like, all right, I already have X thousand number of Unreal tokens, I'm going to go buy 15 items so that people can't make deposits, maybe you would stop a couple deposits. But most likely, I would say that the items you're going to get 15 of, most people are going to deposit for those anyways. The only ones that people are going to deposit for are the 100K and those type of Unreal token purchases. So the ones that everyday average Joe like me and many of you are going to be able to get are nowhere in the realm of that, and no amount of deposits going to get that to us because the price point's already moved up on those so far. I just don't feel like that's a good purchase. Let me get some sips and smacks in here, I guess, since we're talking about StevieB so much. Sorry, I'm not proficient in that. And my coffee is strong today. So please don't give StevieB Unreal tokens unless you want to donate to him, to his cause, to the fact that he does a lot of hard work on YouTube and other areas. He has his own website. He does other things, and some of his things on his websites are good blogs, and they're very helpful. And a lot of the content he puts out is very accurate and good. There's a lot of good that StevieB does. If you wish to give him that and donate that to him, great. But if you're doing it to go after MA, I don't think MindArk's going to feel this one. And this is not a safe move, in my opinion, for StevieB. I feel like he's putting himself out there with risk. If MindArk decides that they've had enough of the shenanigans that's going on with this, and they decide to pull the rug out, or to find some TOS version of what they think, or just tell StevieB stop and desist, or this is defamation of character, or something of that nature. I'm not giving people ideas. I'm just saying this could happen. Maybe they just go to YouTube and say, take his stuff down. We don't want it. This could happen. This would hurt him greatly. He has a website. He has accounts through the earnpad.com that gives people in-game currency that if he was not able to access his character in-game, it would create a huge complication. He would have a hard transition between what he does on the YouTube to new content. With the number of videos he has done, well over a couple hundred, maybe even 1,000. I don't know without looking. Let's just say it's a lot. And the amount of years he has spent doing this, it would be very hard to transition from what he is doing now into another game and retain the people he has. Because while people who watch Entropia Universe like different sci-fi things and space type things, you're not going to get new people that like the Entropia Universe. You're basically starting over with them. You have a small base, but you're not going to find 50% of your Entropia Universe viewers that all like the same game. So you're going to be starting with less than 50% of what you already have. And let's not forget, in this video, he talks about the fact that he has already invested 20K USD into the game. If you're not able to get that out, because let's say for whatever reason they suspend your account or they decide not to give it to you, that is a huge amount of risk. So this is not risk-free, everything he says and he is doing. I would say that he's probably put into Entropia Universe the content that surrounds it more than most people will in the primary job that they do. Most people switch every few years. Some people will spend 10 years at a job, but they work 40 hours a week and they're done. They don't make a website for it. They don't start a business. They don't manage the business. They don't make videos. There's a lot of things that he does. So this is a both positive and negative. All I'm saying is that it would be a great cost to him if he was not able to play Entropia Universe. And not that he needs my advice or he'll take it, but it'd be my suggestion for him to fortify what he's doing and to start looking into other games and whatnot so that he can diversify a little bit of what he's doing, or at least diversify the platform he's on so he's not just on YouTube. As shocking as it might seem to some people, Entropia Universe viewers are actually a small niche people, a small niche community within a very large ocean of YouTube viewers. And it would be wise for him not to lose what he has here, because there are many crappy games out there that if he wants to go trash talk and go deep into them, he certainly could, because that is a content that he does well. Anyways, I just wanted to put this PSA out there and whatnot. I wanted to do separate from my vlog 38, which will be coming out here in the next day or so. I will have a lot of updates on my channels too in that particular vlog. If you want to see what I'm going to be doing in the future, please watch vlog number 38, or the ones after it, I guess, if you're seeing this video way in the future. But I wanted to keep this take on StevieB's video separate from vlog 38. Like I said before, I have linked the video in my card. You can see it up here if you want to see that video and see what he actually said himself. Anyways, guys, if you like this content, let me know. Let me know down below if you agree with me, disagree with me, with points that you agreed with points you disagreed with. I would like to have a discussion. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep her in that bed.